Hey everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly tea time on a card. I'm just going to give it a few seconds. So you guys, I'm not doing a card today. I'm actually doing a 3D project. I had someone contact me. This is the project I'm going to show you is something that I did, I think, trying to look at 2010, you guys. And it's my most popular post ever. When I look on Facebook, it's like my most popular post that I've ever had on my blog. So I'm going to show you the project. I'm using the Autumn Leaves bundle, which also includes the Autumn Leaves dies, lots of dies. I'm going to show you the other components that go with this suite. I showed some of it last week. I'm not using everything today, but you guys, you get to order on September 6th. Where's my catalog? I don't even know. Oh, here's my catalog. So the new mini catalog is going live on September 6th. So these products I'm showing you, you'll be able to order. So we have the copper and natural ribbon combo. I haven't even opened this one yet, but look at the shimmer on that copper. And then this is very soft. It's like a tweed. We have embellishments called adhesive back speckled dots. I think I showed these last week. They're like a little bird's eggs. They have little speckled, and the speckles on them are glittery and sparkly and shiny. I am using those today. Let me see. We also have the distressed tile 3D. I did use this today. I did go ahead and cut some leaves, some die cut leaves ahead of time. And I'm going to show you that I embossed them with this instead of stamping them. And I won't go through the whole paper. I did that last week, but it has gold foil on one side of the sheets. I'm just going to quickly go through that because you saw it last week. And then of course we have the realistic. And you guys, you liked the books. There's two sheets that have books on them. Right there. These are all realistic photos. Because what I'm using today, instead of that designer paper, I wanted to show you what you could do with Halloween paper if you're not into Halloween. This package is called Them Bones. But look at the pretty designs on the second part. You can see that these can be used for all of your autumn and fall projects. And I'll just flip them over. These would be more of your Halloween-y pages. This one you can cut out to use the different sections. We get the skeleton, more skeletons. I love the colors in this one. Oh, is this different? Oh, I already showed that one. So I have a sheet missing here that I probably already used up. So that is the reason I still purchased this. I don't do as many Halloween cards as I used to, but I love the other side. So for those of you guys on our Stampin' Ink Designs Facebook group, we are in the middle of, or at the end actually, of our August creative challenge was to create sampler squares for a summer sampler. And guess what? I'm using this as my backdrop to my squares. I tried it, and because we used balmy blue, it looks fabulous against the starry sky. So I'm saving this one to use on my sampler. Okay, now I'm going to show you the project. It's this 3D pumpkin. It's got a little handle. And I don't have any Halloween candy yet, but I have these little snack bars that fit right inside. And I did decorate just with designer paper on the back. But like I said, this is my most popular project ever, even though it's been on my blog for 13 years. And I had a Cookie. If Cookie is here from our group, she's the one that asked if I could show you guys how to make this. So let me show you what I'm using. I'm using our decal dies. I want to bring the whole thing in because I want to show you which size I'm using. I'm using number 3 and number 4. So we'll need to pull those out. This is also a set of dies that will be in the new catalog. 14 dies, you guys. And I'm gonna measure the biggest one just so you'll know how big these are. So the big one is 5 3/4 inches. So look how big that is. I love these. I have Them Bones designer paper. I went 5 by 5. We're gonna cut the layering. This is for the little box. You'll see that there's a little box on the inside. We're gonna do that separate. And that is 5 by 5.5. It's so simple. And then I just cut a sheet of 8.5 by 11, right in half at 5.5. I'm gonna cut my big circle with those. So what I'm gonna do first is do my die cutting just so I can get the machine in and out real quick. I have a few more things to show you that I'm using. So with the number 3 circle, I'm gonna do the pumpkin pie. We do need 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut 2 of those. You'll notice that I did not do my cutting ahead of time. Okay, there's 1. So you will have a little bit left over on your cardstock piece that you can use for another project. There's my first circle. So for those of you guys that have kids and grandkids, this is a great project to do for Halloween. Or your stamp groups for a hostess gift. Okay, there's my 2 circles. Now because the designer paper is a little thinner, and then this is circle number 4, I'm gonna actually do them together. It should cut through both layers. I'm gonna go back and forth just to make sure. Okay, I'm all done with my machine. And as you can see, it did go through both layers. Okay, now let me show you what else I'm using. I've gone ahead and stamped the leaves and cut with the dies. I did use a blender pen just to add color to the white areas. I used gold foil with 2 of the leaf shapes. And then this is pumpkin pie and very vanilla. I'm gonna bring it up close so you can see that I did use the distressed tile embossing folder. And the reason it's distressed is the name. You can see there's areas that are not as embossed as heavily. So there's 2 leaves. I had a button in my stash. I just added some baker's twine to it, or linen thread. And then, what was I going to show you? The ribbon. Here's my linen thread. I've already used it. Now on this one, I used a garden green ribbon, and I decided to go differently on this one. This is the copper clay textured ribbon. I have 2 pieces that measure 7 inches and a bow. Now, I like the look of the 2 ribbons. If you have some white ribbon, like the one I showed you, you could just do 1 piece because it's wide enough. Okay, now let's go ahead and create the little box first. Let me get my scoring tool. And on the 5-inch side, we're going to score at 2 and 3. So 1 inch apart, 2 and 3. If you flip these over, it's 2 and 3, right in the smack dab in the middle. And then we're going to turn this 180 degrees. We're going to do 1 inch, flip it, and do 1 inch. So 4 score lines. So again, this was 2 and 3 on the 5-inch end. On the 5.5-inch end, you're going to do 1 inch and 1 inch. Then you're going to take scissors. And you're just going to cut that little tab right there. Now to make it easier to glue and fold, I'm going to cut this at an angle. So I'm just removing just a little sliver on each side of the tab. So there's 1. I'm going to do the same thing here. These would make good carrot noses for a snowman if you save everything. I don't, but if you do. Okay, and that's it for cutting. Now I'm just going to fold on the score lines. You should make sure you guys are there. There you are. Okay, could you measure the 2 circle dies you are using? Yes, I can do that in case you don't have those. Let me get my ruler. So the largest one that I cut 2 of, that would be about 4 5/8. And wait a minute, I think that was the smaller one. 4 5/8 is the smaller one. The larger one is 5 inches. Okay, now I'm going to take some liquid glue. I'm going to add some to that, the little tab and 1 large tab. We're going to put the tab on the inside. So 1, 2, 3. Look how quick I did that. And then again, the little tab goes in first, the tab with the glue, and the tab without the glue. I just kind of position them, and then I use my bone folder to press inside. So that's it for the box. Look how easy that was. Now the next step, I'm going to take the 2 rounds, and I'm going to bring a pencil over. I'm going to put this bottom part as far down as I can, just to leave a little bit of space on each side, and draw a line, because we need to cut it flat so it will stand. Now I'm going to add this together. I'm going to bring my paper trimmer. Okay, I need to make sure these are together. I'm going to line this up and cut. Okay, now let me put these right side up. We're going to glue the designer paper in place. I'm going to add glue right to both of these. And there's number 2. And then I'm going to line this up so there's about 1/4 of an inch around for spacing. Okay, there's my first one. There's my next one, and then I'm just going to use my paper snips. Cut this flat. Okay, so there are my pumpkin pieces. Next, we're going to glue the box. I'm just going to add glue to one side. Line that up. There's going to be, I do add a little bit of spacing on the bottom. Now again, this is nice and straight. I'm going to bring it over and use my bone folder to press down. Okay, so that's what this looks like so far. Next one, more glue. I'm going to put this where I think it goes, and then I'm actually going to stand it up. And then press down with the bone folder. So there's my box already. Look how quick that was. Next, we're going to bring the 2 ribbons and a stapler. And what I did is I layered my ribbons slightly at an angle so that they fan out. I'm going to put that on the inside, about 1 inch. And then I'm going to add 2 staples. And then I'm going to fan this over again, just a tad. Bring it over and staple this one. And there's my little handle. Now we need all of our little goodies here. So I started with the vanilla leaf. And I added glue just to the bottom because it's going to stick out a little bit. And this is also going to cover those staples. Now, if you want to decorate the back, you can. I opted to just do one side. Next is the bigger leaf. I'm going to put that about here. And then I added the stamped leaves with dimensional so that I could tuck the gold leaves underneath. Okay, there's the green. Now we're going to do the gold ones. So I'm going to tuck. I think I actually cut the tail off on this one. Okay, doesn't the gold look pretty? It just adds the perfect accent. Here's another gold. This is a smaller one. I'm going to tuck that one right here. This one I put right on top. So you guys, do you know what I mean now by the Halloween paper? This does not look like Halloween paper. It's so pretty. It's fallish. It's not Halloween-y at all. Okay, now let me see. I've got the button. And all I did was I threaded the linen thread through there and made a bow at the top. I'm going to add about 3 glue dots if I can get them to go. This one doesn't want to go. Hold on. I think with the linen thread, it's too bumpy. Now that I think of it, I think I did use my paper piercer when I created mine also. I'm going to add 3. I just want a lot of glue on there because it's so bulky. I don't want it to fall off. And I will put my hand in the back to put that on. Then we have the bow. And you guys, if you want to add a sentiment, you can. I opted to just leave it plain. And then here's my bow to finish that off. And then we'll add some of the bling. Let me see, I'm gonna go with the green color this time. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkle on that. It's so, oh, wait a minute. I gotta find my camera. Where am I? I can't find my camera. There it is. Okay, let's see if I can get it to sparkle. It might be too close. Anyway. It does sparkle. So there's that one. I'll put one down here and one more big one. And there is my 3D project. I hope you guys like this. And I hope you'll try it. Make sure you post a picture on our Facebook group. I would love to see what you guys create. Let me stand this one up just a little bit. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you like my project. And I will be back next week with a technique for you. Have a good week, everyone. I'm so glad you were here with me today. Have a good night. Bye-bye.